Hello everyone, this is Helen H. and welcome to my channel, Moss Cottage. I hope you all are doing well. Today is the last day of the hashtag Stash to Treasure open collaboration sponsored by Susan from Susan Heil Arts, Sherry from Turquoise Dreaming, Maria from Maria's Miscellany, and myself. So this is it, guys. This is the last week of this open collaboration, and today we are going to be using beads, old jewelry, sequins, glitter, rhinestones, and bling, or none of the above. That's completely up to you. Well, I'm going to be using beads today, and as you know, I am doing 4 nature journals, and so I'm going to be binding my spring nature journal. This is the one I'm going to be using first. So this is the one I want to show you and that I've been working on. So I'm going to get my thread here. Now I like to use waxed linen thread, and I was lucky enough to get 3 packages of this at a flea market for like next to nothing, so that was good. So I'm going to go ahead and give myself 3 lengths. I will be tying it in the middle, not the outside. However, I like to give myself enough thread so that I can tie it off well. If I cut it too short, I tend to not have enough thread to tie it well, you know. So, and we're going to be adding beads too. So what I have here, I have beads. I've got paper beads here. I did not make these paper beads. I bought these paper beads at a thrift shop or something like that, and I thought I would use these. Now, last week one of the prompts was to use buttons, and the reason I said I would tell you the reason I'm not using buttons in this video, and the reason I'm using paper beads as opposed to glass beads or plastic beads, because I have tons of those. The reason I'm using paper beads is if something happened to my journal and one of the things popped open, one of the seams popped open, I don't want to leave glass or plastic beads out in nature. These paper beads will disintegrate, they will whatever, but they do have a little bit of varnish on them. I can see them, but this is a far lesser evil, I think, to the environment than perhaps to, you know, use plastic beads or something like that, because I would hate to think a bird or, you know, something like that would eat a plastic bead. So I'm just doing a simple 3-hole pamphlet stitch, but with a twist. So this has 2. This has 2 signatures. So I'm not going to tell you how to do a 3-hole pamphlet stitch. You can watch along with this video, or I do have other videos, or you can obviously just search for pamphlet stitch. It's super easy. But what I am going to be doing is I'm going to be adding beads on the outside, so not dangling down but snug to the spine. So because my cover has like lots of different colors in it here, I'm just going to randomly pick beads here. These beads are made from magazine papers, and there's tons of different colors on them. And I mean, they're not garish. There's not like neon orange or anything like that, which would definitely not go. So I'm just picking some beads, and they are different lengths. So I have to be careful when I get towards the hole that I don't put one that's too big, that's not going to allow my needle to fit snugly back through the hole. So basically, well, what I am doing is I'm just doing a 3-hole pamphlet stitch the way we regularly do it. Okay, so now see here, if you can see, I have just a very little bit of room here. If I put another bead in there, I'm afraid it's not going to hold well. So even though there's a tiny little gap there between the end of this bead and that hole, I'm not going to add another bead. Let me see here. Unless I can find one that's really, really short, like a real short little stubby one. And like I said, since, oh, here's one that is very short. Let me see. I might have to take it off, but we'll see if this is going to work. All right, so we'll give this a try. So I'm just going to go ahead now and go to my next hole in my spine here and pull it through. Okay, now see how this is sticking up? Like it's bumped up here. I'm trying to get used to this new camera angle, and it's going to take me a while, guys. So I'm sorry. I'm trying to not go off screen, but I might. So you'll have to forgive me that. In the long run, I'm trying to make my videos better. So I'm going to take that one off because as you saw, it was making it too long so that I could not pull this in enough tight enough. So I'm just going to go ahead and try again now, just going through that hole, and I'm going to pull it there. Okay, so now see how that's laying flat. Where am I? Goodness, this is crazy. Okay, that's what I want. Okay, to get it flat like that. So now I'm going to go around to all the way to the bottom, and I'm going to come out here. And I'm making sure I'm not crossing over. When you've got 2 or more signatures, you want to make sure you're not going to cross over from one lane into another, so to speak. All right, and we're just going to pull that tight. And then now I've got to add some more beads for this end, for the bottom. Did I break my thread? Oh, no, my thread broke. Okay. All right, well, that happens. That's real TV for you right there. Okay, so my thread broke. It either broke or I pull it through. What happened? Oh, I think I pulled it through. All right, we're going to have to start this again. I'm just trying to see if I can't get you in, if I can't get in my screen. I have to figure out this camera thing. This is so annoying me. I got a new arm for it. I tried to build one and that just did not work. It just did not work at all. So I bought one, but it's just giving me fits. I don't know how to get my camera on here so that I can actually work and see my monitor. The struggle is real, people. The struggle's real. All right, so I'm just going to go ahead and put my beads back on here. And this time I'll try not to pull it so tight that I pull them through. That's what I did. I pulled that tail end, you know, that we're going to be tying off at the end. I pulled so tight I pulled that one right out. So not a big deal. And if I only get one signature and if it gets too long, that's fine, as long as I'm showing you how to do it, okay? So now I'm just going to go ahead and try this for, like, what, the 3rd time now? All right, there we go. And I'm going to pull it through. Ugh. Come on. Okay. You know what? I think what's happening is I've got way too much thread here on my needle. Let me pull that out of the way a little bit. Okay, there we go. Okay, so there we go, like that, okay? Now we're going to come back to the top hole and come through here and pull that through and pull this through. Which one is it? This one right here. I don't like to pull my needle too far to the end because then I tend to pull it out that way. Okay, so I'm still holding on to my tail right here. I was pulling it with my thumb, or holding it with my thumb as pulling that tight. So now we should be okay. So now I'm just going to go ahead and pick some more beads. I like to start with like a small one. And like I said, you know, these are very colorful, but not garish, so I don't have to be too particular about the colors. But if you wanted to do paper beads, you know, for a particular project, you know, that's great because you can use all kinds of paper that you have that matches, you know, if you really want it to be matched up nicely. Okay, so let's see. So I think we're going to stick with that. And now this is the tricky part, you know, where we have to come back through the middle, and you want to get it, I'm trying to show you here. You want to get it on the other side from where you went out originally. So there we go. There we go. Okay. Now I'm just going to peel that off and make sure my beads are tight. They are tight. So there's lots of blingy things this week. I'm excited to see what everyone's doing with their blingy things. And you know, if this was some other project that I had picked, I would be using, you know, pretty glass beads, you know, and all that kind of stuff. But like I said, I just have to be careful that if something were to happen and my spine thread was to break, that I don't leave something that is not good for the environment where I am, in case I wasn't able to collect them all. Okay, so now we're going to do the other one real quickly, and then we'll do a very quick, hopefully I can get this one done. I want to do a flip through real quick, and to remind you everything that I've put in here. This has been a 2-month collaboration. It's been super fun, and I want to thank Susan and Sherry and Maria for co-hosting it with me. I had so much fun, you guys, and I want to say thank you to all of you who played along, who have made videos. We have some very dedicated people who have done a super job, some making journals, some doing other things, but who've really stayed with us through the 2 months. You know, that is a big commitment to do a collaboration for 2 months. So I thank all of you, and I just have to tell you, I have had so much fun watching everything that you guys have been making and doing. I've gleaned so much information and inspiration. A lot of your videos have been saved to various of my private playlists, the ones that I use for you know, my inspiration, or just things that I'd like to try, things I've never done before that I see one of you do, and it's like, wow, I'd like to try that, but I won't remember unless I save it somewhere. So I put it in the some of my playlists, and yeah, so good stuff, guys, good stuff. All right, so let's see. I've got one more big bead. I'm going to see how I'm doing here. I think that's going to be good, so we're just going to go through here. We're going to find our hole here. There we go. And we're going to pull that through. And Helen, you're going to hold your tail. That didn't sound right, did it? You're going to hold your tail. Okay. No, I don't have a tail. Okay, so we're going to come this way. And again, guys, I'm so sorry about this camera angle. I'm going to fix it somehow. I have to make a video to see how it's wrong, so that I can make it right, you know. And I know right now I am working on a part of my desk that is very cumbersome for me because of where the camera is. I just don't understand that. I think one of the problems is I don't film with my phone. I film with a camera. And a lot of these booms, that boom arms things that you can get for, it holds cameras, GoPros, you know, whatever, your phone. But they're really catered more to phones than anything else. And it's just very frustrating. So bear with me. It will get better. It will either get better or you'll start seeing me again from the side when I send this thing back to Amazon. one way or the other. Okay, I think I have room for one more smaller bead, not one of the super long ones. So I'm going to put that there. Like that. That's good. Okay, so now we're coming back through the middle, and now we've just got to make sure we get on the other side of that thread and not going through our thread. We don't want to split our thread either. So I'm going to give it a little tug. I'm going to put my needle here so I don't lose it. Make sure everything's good and tight, and it is. And we're going to go ahead and tighten this up like this. Tie it up, tie it up, yeah. Okay, and like this. Oops, oh, I did break it. See, I pulled so tight. And the other thing is, this thread, like I said, since I got it at a flea market, it's probably got some age on it, but I did actually pull that way too tight. Okay, there we go. There we go. Now, these paper clips, I just had these little paper clips in there to hold the papers together while I sewed them in. So there you go, guys. There's the beaded, where's my camera? Here it is. There's the beaded spine. Isn't that cool? I love that. Okay, so we've got my signatures in. So, oh, excuse me so much. I felt that coming. I had to stop for a second because I felt that coming. So we have to put some other little doodads in that that we had. So remember last week I made the little washi tape swivel things. So I'm going to go ahead and put that in, and that goes between the two signatures here. And hopefully I can get this in without a big kerfuffle here. Let's see here. Okay, there we go. Oh, is that locked in? These things are a little tricky. There you go. Okay, so now I have my washi tapes for this particular one hanging between, snugly between there. All right. And then I have the pockets that I made. I made this is the spring one. I made the pocket. And then I made, for each of my journals, I made 2 of these flip cards, okay? And I'm not sure whether I'm going to put them in the pocket or clip them to the page or whatever, because it just depends on what I find that I'm going to be journaling. So what I decided to do was just go to the front page, which is the cardboardish cover, the cardstock cover, and I have 2 of these pretty little copper colored clips. And I thought I'd put one clip on this side and one clip on the bottom, and that will hold it in place until I decide where to use it. And then, like, if I want to use these cards as a flip on the side of the page, I'll just take this clip and flip it to the side of the page. This is really just a place to keep it until I know where I'm going to use it. So we've got that. And then the last thing I had, of course, was my writing boards. And I want to thank all of you for giving me that is indeed what they're called, is writing boards. But before I do, I just wanted to show you, I do have a little brown bag in here. It's not decorated anything. This one has some tags that I had die cut at the beginning. So this little bag in here has some fun die cuts for me to play with. And I'm just going to use my clip that I tied the ribbon to for my little writing board in the back. And then in the front, I have also some a little ephemera here and another little envelope, and this one has some little faux stamps and some little things like that. So if I want to play with that, I can do that. So also we have the flower fabric that was stamped and put on that pocket, and on this one we had the leaf. So this is my spring journal. It is completed. Now, I'll just show you, I have the summer one. It is also completed. There's the beads. And on this one, on all of them, I put the little pocket with the flip cards clipped to the front page. But this one, I have this picture. I'm not sure about this camera angle, guys. I'm so sorry. I have on this pocket, it's a picture of a raccoon, and I just stamped some little leaves on there. And on the back, I didn't put fabric on him because I didn't want to cover him up. But on the back, I did do like the spring one where I put this little flower piece of fabric on this back pocket here. It's stamped with some pretty flowers. So there's the summer one all done. Then I have the fall one. There's the beads. There's the fabric I used in the top. And then again, here's my pockets here. I did not put any focal points on this because I'm not sure what I want yet, but same thing. Now here I stamped some leaves and where am I here? Leaves and acorns on the little fabric on the front, and on the back one, I have some gourds, some little pumpkins and acorns. And of course, all of them have their washi in the middle. And then the last one is the winter one, and there's the beads, there's the fabric at the top, and then this one I just, I put my pocket here, and I used the washi tape with the music on it for the winter one. This one I have some pine with little berries stamped on the fabric, little patch there, and on the back I have some snowflakes. Where am I here? Snowflakes and birdie feet in the back. So guys, that's it. That is the end of the collaboration. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for commenting. And I hope you had fun with this collaboration. I did. And now I have 4 beautiful nature journals, and I cannot wait to start working on them. So please give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to check everyone else. Do the hashtag #StashToTreasure. You will see everyone else who's in the video and all the videos they've made. And subscribe to my channel. Until the next video, guys, I hope you are all truly blessed. Bye-bye.